right, good morning. We're going to be back to factoring today, and we're going to do it when the a value is prime. Prime, remember, means that only one in itself go into that number. So for example, if I have 2x squared minus 7x minus 15 equals 0, and I want to solve that equation, okay, my a value here is prime, okay? So if I'm thinking about doing this and factoring it, the only two things that can multiply together right now are 2x and x. Okay, so we're going to make our x kind of like before. We're going to take a times c over b. Remember, a and c are our leading coefficient and our constant. 2 times negative 15 are negative 30. Our b value is negative 7. That goes to the bottom. Okay, now what two numbers multiply to negative 30 and add to negative 7? Well, a negative and a positive. 10 times 3, negative 10, positive 3. Okay, so when I'm multiplying here, 2 times something has to get me to one of these numbers. Well, 2 doesn't go into 3, so I know it has to be negative 10. Well, 2 times negative 5 gets me to negative 10, and then I have plus 3. And to double check our work, we've got 2x squared. We have our negative 10x, positive 3x, and then negative 15. And remember, this gives us our negative 7x. Okay, but we wanted to solve for x, because remember, this is set equal to 0. So either 2x plus 3 equals 0, or x minus 5 equals 0. Let's start with the easy one. We're going to add 5 to both sides. So 0 plus 5 is 5. We're going to subtract 3, 2x. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. We're going to divide by 2. Negative 3 divided by 2 is our second answer. Now, let's say we don't want to do our kind of like our guess and check method. Okay, so if I have this problem, and we're going to write down the same exact equation, we're going to do our x again. All right, so I'm just going to copy the x from at the top. All right, we can factor by grouping from here. So what that means is we're going to take these numbers and actually utilize it to replace negative 7x, because negative 10x and a positive 3x gives us negative 7x. So I'm going to rewrite the equation. 2x squared minus 10x plus 3x minus 15 equals 0. Okay, and then we can either split it in half. I know some of you were taught that way. Or we can put it in a box and factor out what they have in common. So we have 2x squared minus 10x plus 3x minus 15. So what do 2x squared and negative 10x have in common? Well, I can factor out a 2 and an x. What do 3x and negative 15 have in common? I can pull out a 3, and it's positive because our first box is positive. Then I move on to my vertical. 2x squared and 3x. Well, the only thing they have in common is an x. Negative 10x and a negative 15, I can pull out a 5, and it's negative because our top box is negative. So if you notice, it factored into x minus 5 and 2x plus 3, which is what we had right here. Okay, I don't care which way you do it. Just make sure in the end you get these correct answers over here. Okay, let's do another one. I've got 5x squared equals 19x minus 12. Now, if you remember from the other day, we have to have everything set equal to 0. Now, I want to start with a positive x squared. So if I want to start with a positive x squared, I need to leave that 5 over here, and I need to move the 19 over and the 12 over. So I have 5x squared. I'm subtracting 19x, and I'm adding 12 over. Okay. I only have one option for this first term, 5x and x, because 5 is prime. All right, now remember A times C goes at the top. So 5 times 12 is 60. B goes at the bottom, negative 19. So what multiplies to 60 and adds to negative 19? They're both negative. Let's see, 15 and 4. So when I'm multiplying here, 5 times something has to get us to one of these numbers. Well, 5 doesn't go into negative 4, so it has to be negative 15. So 5 times negative 3 gets us to negative 15, and this needs to be negative 4. Okay, and then it will set equal to 0. So 5x minus 4 equals 0. X minus 3 equals 0. We'll start with that one. We're going to add 3 to both sides. 0 plus 3 is 3. And I'm going to add 4 to both sides. 0 plus 4 is 4. Divided by 5. 4 divided by 5. And those are the solutions. I'm going to quickly go over the other way. If you've got this, you're ready to roll. Obviously, you don't have to watch the rest of the video. But for those that need it, let's do it. Okay, so here's what my x looked like. Okay, so here was my equation. All right, we're going to rewrite it inside the box. So remember, we're taking these with an x and replacing this one. So I've got 5x squared. Not going to write this. I'm writing negative 15x minus 4x and plus 12. So what do these have in common? I can factor out a 5x. I can pull out a 4. That's the biggest number, and it's a minus because of the negative out front. Let's go vertical. 5 and negative 4 don't have anything in common, but they have an x. 15 and 12 are both divisible by 3, and it's a negative. Now, we can always check this. 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times negative 3 is negative 15x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x, and negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. So it did indeed factor out to what we had before, x minus 3 times 5x minus 4. And then you set them equal to 0 and solve. All right, good luck with your assignment. I will catch you guys later. Bye.